I know this is going to sound really judgy, but I promise you this is how life works. So just hang with me for a minute here, and I'm going to tell you about a really interesting experience I had. So this morning I was out in Rancho Cucamonga, where I'm staying for work, and it's a really nice, kind of a more upscale area. And I'm walking around noticing all the nice shops, the stores and restaurants and all that kind of thing. And like normal, I'm always thinking about the disparities between the different socioeconomic classes of who gets to live in places like this and who gets to live in areas that are, less desirable. And that's why I felt like I needed to share this experience. I wasn't planning on sharing it, but it's a lesson that I use to teach my son about poverty and how a lot of people get into those bad situations. Now, sometimes really unfortunate things happen to people and it's not their fault at all. But a lot of the time, I'd say probably most of the time, it's people choosing those situations through their priorities, okay? Now, let me explain here. I had this friend, I was visiting him, checking on him, making sure he's doing okay, because he's really not doing okay. He's underemployed, he lives in a really rundown area, and his house is in really bad shape. It just needs a lot of work. He's got a couple of teenage sons. I guess they're technically adults now, and they're not really doing good. They're kind of just drifting through life, kind of getting into things that they shouldn't be getting into, not doing well. And he's got some health issues as well, unfortunately. Well, I went to check on him, and I noticed that he had gotten a couple of new cars. He got one nice luxury sedan, and it's kind of tricked out with really fancy rims and these undercarriage lights and special kind of headlights. And then he's got a big lifted truck with really big, expensive looking wheels and tires, and same thing, a bunch of undercarriage lights underneath, and really clean, shiny, nice cars. And when I went back to check on him again a few weeks after that, he had already kind of expressed how he was under some financial strain, and he just wasn't really doing so good. So I was kind of surprised and disappointed to see that he had gotten personalized, vanity license plates for both of those vehicles. And I used this as a teaching moment, because I said to my son, I said, those cost extra money and extra time, resources that are, not everybody has a lot of those resources. And can you imagine being in a position where you have nothing else that you need to worry about using those resources for, and you say, this is a priority. I'm going to spend my time and money to get vanity personalized license plates for my vehicles. That's kind of mind-blowing to me. And I know you can say that these are probably learned behaviors, and you're right, they probably are. But it doesn't change the fact that his priorities are holding him back in life. And obviously he's not unique in this. I know a lot of people have priorities that are not actually going to lead them to a higher standard of living, more peace of mind, all those things that we really want. And so this is why I think that people who are in these bad situations actually put themselves in these situations unknowingly a lot of the times. But still, it's through their priorities, which shows that we can really have more influence over our life and the direction that it goes than sometimes we think we do. Let me know what you think about this topic, and thanks for watching.